Um, I don't know what to say. I really don't know how to start this video, so I'm just gonna start talking. If you guys have been following me, you know that my sister Corinne got in a bad car accident last month, February 13th, and I kind of left you guys hanging for a while, and I appreciate you guys being so patient with me not having uploaded a video in a while. I've just had time to relax and process and stuff like that, so thank you guys for that. But yeah, to all my new subscribers, my sister Corinne was in a bad car accident on February 13th, and my last video was a video of me and a bunch of friends and family at the hospital singing a song that me and my friends wrote, basically pleading with God to save her life, but we only wanted His will to be done. If he got more glory out of taking her life than restoring it, then we just said so be it. But we asked, we asked God and we pleaded with God, and she didn't survive, and so she went home to be with God. And so I just wanted to come in here and tell you guys that. I'm not gonna sit here and do a speech because I did one at her memorial service, and I'm gonna put that in this video instead of me doing my own speech. But I just want to thank you all for praying and just supporting and following the journey. And thank you all for your super sweet messages, and oh my gosh, so many people have come to the Lord through this, which is exactly what Corinne would have wanted. And I say a lot of this in what I said at the memorial service, which you'll see. But yeah, I just really want to thank you guys for everything, and just for being patient with me in this time of just major heartbreak and sadness. If you don't know Corinne, she is my younger sister. She's the next one down from me. I'm the oldest, and then it was her and then 8 other kids. But yeah, I have nobody in my life that is as close to me as Corinne was, and the shock of losing her has not really set in yet. It's starting to, but I've just never been closer with anyone else, so it's a pretty big shock to me. But I know that God has a plan, and I know that He is faithful to His promises, and I've seen it in this whole thing, and it's just been amazing to watch. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not going to stop singing, I'm not going to stop doing covers. I just need a little bit more time, and I'm actually working on an original song that my friends and I wrote. So that's kind of been my project lately, and that's kind of the reason that I've been, well, part of the reason that I've been gone from YouTube for a little bit. But I'll be coming back soon with the normal covers that I do, and yeah, thank you guys again just for being patient with me on that. Another reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to direct you guys to Corinne's tribute video, who a friend of mine, Evan Thompson from Sapphire 7 Studios, he made this video of basically just the entire story of what happened, and it's such a beautiful video. So I would encourage you guys to go watch it. I have it linked below. Follow Evan, give him a ton of support because he deserves it. He did all of this without expecting anything, not expecting anything in return, and seriously, we are just so grateful to him for taking the time to make this beautiful tribute video for my sister. So yeah, make sure you guys go watch that. The link is below. So yeah, this is the speech that I had at the memorial. This is basically everything I wanted to say in this video, and just thank you again for all your prayers, your support, your patience with me, and yeah, I love you guys so much.
Holy crap. Hey guys, thank you all for being here today. This is just a testimony of Corinne and how she just impacted so many lives. I've got some notes because I'll be all over the place if I don't stick to them, but I'm running on like no sleep and half a brain, so here we go. I just want to say Corinne had no regrets. I have no regrets about her death. She was the most pure 18-year-old that I've ever known. She loved the Lord with all her heart, soul, mind, and strength, and her only desire was to give God's glory to the world, to show it across the nations. I want to share her favorite verse, which is Philippians 1:20, and this verse cannot be truer of her life. It says, "For I fully expect and hope that I will never be ashamed, but that I will continue to be bold for Christ as I have been in the past. And I trust that my life will bring honor to Christ whether I live or die." And that was her. Anyone who knew her knew that was her. I will miss her. We did everything together, the two of us, just two peas in a pod. I always say she's my other half. It's going to be strange sleeping by myself and doing my own eyebrows and, like not having anyone else to cut my hair. She won't be there to check if I'm in focus when I need to record a video. We won't babysit each other's kids. We won't stand up in each other's weddings. We won't live next to each other in a condo complex like we planned. She won't be performing by my side anymore, but she's here and she's not going to leave. All of these things are devastating realities, but I wasn't living for my sister. I was living for the one who gave her to me. And he has blessed me with 18 years with her, and I could not be more thankful. So I just wanted to say, you guys, don't be angry with God. He has a will and he has a plan for each and every one of us. He's been so gracious to me and my family in so many ways, especially through you guys. The support has been overwhelming. I keep telling everyone, you guys are like an amazing distraction for everything that's going on. It's not real to me yet. I don't know when that's going to happen, but in my mind, she's going to be back at 3:30, and she's just at work right now. But it's not real yet. But I just want to thank you guys all for just showing up and showing your support and your prayers. Everyone who donated money, everyone who watched the kids, you guys literally have no idea what a help you've been. People who put the picture boards together last night when I was just a mess. I thank you guys so much. It means a ton. I do want to talk about how God has prepared us for this, even though nobody saw it coming. There were so many little things, and in the song that we're about to sing next, Libby came up with the phrase "splinters of grace," and just some of those are. I got to give her a hug too, actually. If anyone, this is kind of changing, but I'm not the most affectionate person. So every time, and Corinne is. So every time Corinne would come up to me and hug me, I'd be like, "Get off me already!" It is disgusting. But God provided me with a gig in Miami last week or the week before. I don't know. But yeah, we were only apart for 4 or 5 days, and we're never usually apart. And so when I got back, I gave her a really big bear hug. And then the day before the crash, actually, she was just down about something, and I knew exactly how she felt. So I talked to her before she went off to work, and I gave her a big hug. And how gracious is God to let me have those last moments with her? It's just like he was smiling down on me and giving me just one last chance to hold her in my arms. And then there was another thing that I thought about. I started performing by myself more, which is something that I'm not used to because we just always have sang together. And I would get these opportunities where I couldn't bring her with me, and I always wondered why. But now I see that God was just preparing me for a solo career, which saddens me a little bit because we were planning to perform together for life. She was going to be by my side, helping me write eventually, and giving me her bomb harmonies. If anyone has heard her sing, you guys heard, she's awesome. So, and then another thing was we went through the book of Job. Me, Isaac, my brother, and Zach, her boyfriend, we were going through the book of Job, and it was like a chronological Bible plan. So if we didn't do the chronological plan, we wouldn't have read Job. And we both learned so much through that book. And the main thing I got out of that book is that God is God and we are not, and we have no right to question or be angry or stick our fist in his face, because he is our creator and he blessed us with her. How dare we return in anger? Like, that's just, it's not right. And so that book really has encouraged me, just the memories of going through that book with her and Isaac and Zach. And then another thing, she and I talked recently about just our lives, and I started to get really busy last month, and so I said something stupid like, oh, I hate my life, I'm so busy, or whatever, something stupid like that. And she was like, are you kidding me? I love my life. And she told me, she's like, I have everything I want. Like, I've got 2 jobs, I got an amazing boyfriend, I'm taking a class, like she just had it all together. And in the midst of all of that, she was in the will of God, and she was just being a witness of him everywhere she went. She was an inspiration to me. I keep telling you guys, she shot up. Her spiritual walk just shot up like a weed in the last year, and she just took off because God was he was so in her, and it was showing through her life to everyone she encountered. And even if she didn't meet them, literally people all over the world. So she had everything she wanted. She had such a full life in a short time. But yeah. And just about this class is called Perspectives, and it's all about taking God's glory to the nations. Freaking can't talk. Yeah, and that was her life focus, and that is exactly what's happening today. I've had testimony after testimony, message after message of people telling me how they're committing their lives to God, they're getting closer with their families. They're literally, I had a specific lady talk to me at the hospital, and she said, I just want to thank you for talking to me, because a few days ago my cousin died, and I was angry with God until I talked to you and saw your attitude and the strength that God has given you. And that was so encouraging to me, because this is exactly what Corinne would have wanted. God is being glorified more in her death than even in her life. It's overwhelming. I have the craziest peace that passes all understanding and joy in the midst of sadness, and I'm so thankful. So yeah, I just want to say the best thing that you guys can do is to accept Jesus or strengthen your relationship with him, not only so you can see her again, but so you can live out the purpose that God has planned for you to live, because he does have one for all of you guys. He brought so much beauty out of this, so much beauty. I keep saying the only bad thing is that she's only taken from us for a little bit, and we'll be there soon all together, rejoicing and praising God in heaven, and I can't wait for that day. So don't be angry with God. Accept his will. It was God's will to crush his own son, and in doing that, he gave life to all of us. And I kind of see a parallel here. It was God's will to take Corinne home, and in doing so, he gave not only physical life to people who have received her heart and her lungs and her organs, but he gave spiritual life to so many people. I mean, her testimony is spreading across the world. People in other countries are being impacted by my sister. And she just would not have wanted anything more. And I'm so thankful. So yeah, just instead of focusing on the pain and the sadness, which is there, it's very much there, just look at God and how he just has worked through this, worked in your life, worked in mine. So that's kind of where the idea for this next song that we're going to sing comes from. Zach, me, Libby is around here somewhere, and then Dominic Reggio in the back. We all wrote this song together, and it's called The Beauty of the Tragedy. And I just hope that you guys can see that in my sister's life and just in all the lives that she's impacted. So here's this song.